Hi guys, welcome down to Improve My Golf. Welcome down to the 6th hole of the fire course here at Jumeirah Golf Estates, and what a glorious day it is. Today's the first day I've actually been coaching in shorts from start to finish and with the shades on all day. It's absolutely perfect. Today we're going to give you it's more of an advice tip, I think, in terms of kind of what shots to play and what club selections to play and when to play them. So I found myself, unusually, right slap bang in the middle of the fairway. Now in the distance behind me is a rather elevated green. Now I would say that's elevated by a good 10 to 20 yards, let's say 15, and it's really going to affect my club selection. So for this particular shot, I'm exactly 160 yards away from the green, which for me is an 8-iron. And if that green was perfectly flat, it wouldn't be a problem for my club selection. But now I've really got to be thinking about my distance in relation to the slope. So I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to hit an 8-iron for you, and just hopefully with 2 good strikes we'll be able to see the difference as to how the ball is finished. Now it's a huge slope, so if I don't hit the front edge of this green, at least the ball will come back, and it will therefore come back around about 30 to 40 yards and leave me with a very awkward pitch of a 10 to 15 yard incline from 40 yards away, which now is a really difficult shot. Weighing up the selection process here, the misses are just not short. We don't want to be short of the green, we don't want to be on the right side because we've got a really deep bunker. Again, it's going to be a bunker shot hitting up 10 to 15 yards. And then also we've got a tree on the left with some thick rough around it. Knowing this hole like I do, I know that the green is quite deep, and then behind the green is actually some fairway where golfers from the 9th green pass through. So I know there's quite a lot of room behind the green as well. So even though the flag there looks like it's on the front edge, I really don't want to be going for it. It's a real sucker pin. So I'm going to hit this 8-iron, 160 yards, quite strong uphill. Oh, struck it amazing. Just left of the flag. It's hit. Oh, okay, yeah, it's coming back. Oh, hit that really well actually. I actually thought for a second it was going to make it. So it's pitched right onto the front edge. Had a think about it, but then rolled back. So I've just hit a super tee shot. I've hit a really good, well-struck 8-iron, which was absolutely out of the boots. Really nice, great looking divot. Nice swing, but I'm probably staring a bogey in the face because it's a really difficult shot to get up and down from. This is one of those holes where if the flag's not in the most accessible position for me, I'm just taking a par and running. If you've got shots on here, you need to obviously then lay it up into a position that is more accessible for your 3rd shot and then make your bogey net par. I'm going to try the shot now with a 7-iron. So I know I've got probably a little bit too much club because it's 160 playing about 175. This I can get it to around about 170 or so, 180, 175. So that's quite good in the fact that I can go in with a confidence with a bit more height. I'm actually going to try and hit a little fade so it lands a little bit softer, but all I want to try and do, I'm forgetting about the flag. I'm just making sure this ball lands, even if it's 10 yards behind the hole, it's still on the green. Really tricky putt, but I'm safer. Super strike again, just right edge of the flag. It looks really close actually. Yeah, that's safely on the green. I'm going to take the camera up and we're just going to talk through how those 2 shots, how the club selection can make an absolutely huge effect on the outcome of the hole and obviously your score. So shot selection, club selection is massive. So join me up at the green. Right guys, just walking up to the green now from the buggy. You'll see where this ball has finished. Now, not only actually has it finished in a really awkward place that it's below the flag, but because so many people have fallen for the same problem, I'm in a divot. So you just hit a really good tee shot, struck a fantastic 8-iron, and now you find myself 30 yards short of the flag with a 10-yard up incline from a divot. If I just take this camera up, let's see if we can find the pitch mark. There's quite a few here, so a few people have kind of fallen for the same mistake. It was finished a little bit left, so it's hard to kind of really gauge it, but even if we said this was the pitch mark, or one of the ones around it was a pitch mark. It's really unlucky that then from here it's just fallen all the way back down there. Beautiful backdrop as well, beautiful hole. Going into my 7-iron, totally different. So the 7-iron has landed on the green, pitched and stopped. Hey, to be honest with you, had I hit that any softer, that could have also kind of taken the hill there and rolled back down. So such a tricky shot. Now from here I've got a chance of birdie. I'm certainly going to be looking at I'd like to think a relatively comfortable par. I've actually brought my wedge. I'm going to play the hole out with the other golf ball, just to kind of say, well, that could be a shotgun. It's going to take a pretty wieldy shot now. Struck it well. That's coming back. Coming back. So I actually struck it quite well. If I'm being honest, I had the wrong club in my hand. I had a lob wedge, but it just shows again. It's a bit frustrating. I really wanted to get up and down and prove myself wrong, but just see where it's rolled back to. So you guys saw it on the green at one point, and now it's not even on the green. Back down there again. Now we're looking at double. Club selection, guys, is really important. Get the club selection correct, get it up onto the green or get it into the position that you want to get it into, then you've got a very good chance of making the score that you're looking for as well. So guys, hope you've enjoyed this tip. I really need to make sure that my club selection is correct, because it is the difference between par, birdie, bogey, double bogey. It's a big difference. So please do comment below. Is this something that you've struggled with? You've got to try and guesstimate how the incline or decline of the shot is going to be, so how it's going to affect your club selection, and therefore you can make the right estimation as to what distance it is, and then you can make the right club selection and therefore better scores. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel and we'll see you next time.